Yesterday, the Chamber of Commerce and the Convention Visitors Bureau held a press conference and raised several questions concerning the new event center. The questions dealt primarily with the size and cost of the proposed new facility. Similar questions have been raised by others in the community. These concerns need to be addressed. Therefore, I am calling for 3 public meetings within the next 30 days to be facilitated by We the People and the Public Life Foundation. Rodney Berry is here. Rodney, I want to thank you for your willingness to do this. 2 of these meetings will be held at the Sports Center and the 3rd in the county, possibly the Heinz Center. At these meetings, our staff and the consultants will lay out the following. 1, the reasoning behind the size and design of this facility. The total cost of the facility, including ongoing operating cost. Where any additional funds would come from to complete the center. And 4th, a reconciliation of the original Gateway plan to where we are today. The public would then be given the opportunity to comment on all of the above. After these meetings are held, I would ask that the following groups make a recommendation as to how we should proceed. A report from the Public Life Foundation and We the People as to how the public feels. 2, a recommendation from the Chamber of Commerce. 3, a recommendation from the downtown merchants. And 4th, a recommendation from Malcolm Bryant, who is making a significant investment in this project. After we receive the above recommendations, we intend to call a joint meeting of the Steering Committee and IDA on August 31st, 2011 to act upon these recommendations. This is the community's project, and we need as many people as possible to voice their opinion on this project. Our City Commission and I believe the Daviess County Fiscal Court support this plan, but we also need your support. So please make every effort to attend one of these meetings. Great things are happening in this community, and we need to keep the progress going. I will now answer any question anybody from the press has in regards to this, and then hopefully Malcolm will be here briefly to make his announcement. Steve.
What kind of delays, Mayor, could this conceivably cause in the start of construction if you decide to construct?
Steve, I don't anticipate any delays in this project. And our city manager here, Bill,
Mayor, I think that the construction schedule, we had outlined December of 13 completion, but our construction manager is actually telling us as soon as September of 13, so we could actually still be ahead of the projected schedule.
But Steve, let me say this to you. I think this is so important. Even if there was a slight delay in the construction of this facility, I think it's worth us going through this exercise. But I would hope that it will not delay this project at all. But we need to get the community informed and on board with this event center.
Mayor, why did it take, I guess, for us to get to this point now to decide more meetings, more community involvement? What was the tipping point in your decision today?
I think the tipping point was the press conference of the Chamber yesterday. You know, I think we've been hearing some of these concerns. We thought we were addressing them, but this is a significant project for this community. Outside the hospital, which is really not a public project, this is the largest project we've ever undertaken, $120 million in revitalizing this downtown. So it is a lot for people to get their arms around. Now, we have spent a lot of time, we being the 2 governments, the Steering Committee, IDA, studying this, looking at options and what we should do, and maybe we haven't brought the public along like we should have. There's been meetings, we've opened them up to the public, but there's just too many questions out there that need to be answered for us to proceed without holding these public meetings. And let me say this to you, the interlocal agreement that we adopted, the city and the county, did call for numerous public meetings. And you know, in the past we've had some of these during the day, And I think it's incumbent upon us to have these in the evening so that we can give everybody in this community an opportunity to attend one of these. And that's why we want to see 3 of these meetings. I want to have them in town. I'd like to have one out in the county. And I want to encourage everybody to come and learn about this project. We've done a lot of work. Our consultants have done a lot of work. And I feel confident that the public's going to support this once they hear the rationale behind the decisions that we're trying to make here. But I do think we need their support, and we're going to make the effort to get it.
Where then do you think that, I mean, there's been a lot of public concern made not just by residents, but I mean, some people standing behind you. Where then do you think that this disconnect, where you said that you felt like efforts were being made to get information out, keep the public involved, informed, but still a lot of people aren't satisfied where things are today? How do you explain that?
Well, I think first and foremost that, you know, we might have an article in the paper, or you guys might have something on TV to cover one of our meetings. I don't think that's been adequate. Maybe we misjudged that we thought people were being educated and brought up to speed in regards to this, and they haven't been. And so, Corey, to tell you, to answer your question, we're listening to the public, and they're saying they need more information, and I think it's incumbent upon us to respond, and that's what we're doing.
Is there a schedule for these meetings?
Not yet. That will be up to Mr. Berry there and our city staff to schedule these. Now, I would assume that it will take you know, several weeks to put this together, and then they'll announce when and where these meetings are going to be held.
What was Trahan's reaction to letting them know that, hey, we're not going to take a vote this week, it's probably going to be about another month? You know, what were they thinking, as well as DNARC?
I'm sure that our consultants are ready to go with this project. They think they've done their job, but again, they're going to have to be a little patient with us. This is a large project, a lot of money, and they're going to have to be patient with us as we move through this process.
Hey, Mayor, today you guys were planning on releasing the information on how you were going to pay for this. Can you enlighten us on where those revenues were going to come from?
That's one of the things that we will address in these public hearings. The city manager will be ready to go and talk about how we're going to finance any additional money that would be requested from the city commission. Anyone?
Yeah. Let me ask you about these meetings. You've called them as informational meetings for the public. Is this just going to be an avenue for you all to basically explain reasoning, or are you, between now and August 31st, planning on making any changes? I know that the past week, DNARC and Trahan kind of been, you know, maybe trimming some fat regarding cost of the building. Depending how much progress there has been made in the past week, could any more be made through these public meetings before August 31st?
Corey, 2 things. One is we challenged them to engineer this down to where it's in the range of $32 to $33 million as far as construction costs. And I'm sure they're going to continue to do that. What comes out of these meetings, I guess we'll have to wait and see what the public, what their reaction is to what we're trying to propose here, and maybe we're going to tweak it again. But as I said, this project is a community project, and the community needs to weigh in on this. They're paying for it. They're the owners, and we're the builders. So it could be we might have to tweak it again. We're just going to have to wait and see, because I want to hear from the Public Life Foundation as far as what this community, how they feel about this, and do they or do they not support it. I'm confident that after they hear all of the work and all the information we have, that this public is going to support this. But that's incumbent upon us to make our case, and that's what we're doing. And I hope they support what we're attempting to do here, because we all know we are sending signals out of this community throughout this nation that this little city is on the move, and we're making quite a bit of progress, and it's already starting to pay dividends for us. But But we do need to step back here a little bit and do some additional groundwork here to bring our city residents and county residents on board with this project. Is there anybody else here have a question other than the press? Anyone about what we're trying to do? Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, Judge, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Please do.
Mayor, I think that you presented a reasoned and well thought out plan to move this project forward. And I fully support it. I think that we need to do that. We need to bring as many people on board as we can. And Corey, to answer your question a bit ago, while the county commissioners are not here, I can tell you that I've not heard one county commissioner interested in scuttling an event center. They want to provide the best event center that this community can afford, and in that vein, they will work toward that. We will work with the city commission to do what we think is best for the community. Now, they may have questions, and some of them are pretty abrupt, and sometimes the questions that are asked are not what people would want to hear, but they're legitimate questions. I think that what the mayor has proposed will allow each and every citizen in this community to stand up and ask those questions and get their answers. I would just say shame on them if they don't come and participate. Here.
Anyone else? Questions? If y'all would be a little patient, Malcolm asked that he be given the opportunity to make an announcement this afternoon, and he should be on his way. So we'll just pause here for a minute and wait for his arrival. Thank you all very much.